Hello and welcome back to Beckler Guitars and Repair, and today we're checking out a guitar pedal that turns your guitar into an organ. Well, actually 9 different organs. Let's have a look. Alright, here it is. Josh Scott finally got me during one of his demos. I usually don't buy anything that sounds great when he's demoing it on his channel, although I do feel that inkling, that little itch that makes me want to go on Reverb and find it and buy it. And unfortunately, the itch was just too great with this one. He was demoing the 9 series and this one sounded awesome. Back when I started playing guitar, I did have a B9, which is a different pedal than this. And I really liked it, but I ended up selling it for some reason, and I always wanted to get another one. And this one, I think, sounds even better than the B9, just on the online demos that I've seen. This pedal is part of the Electro Harmonix 9 series, and they had 9 pedals that are kind of like synth pedals and organs and pianos and all that kind of stuff. And they're actually really applauded pedals in the guitar community because apparently they just sound great and they do a really good job. I don't know what kind of magic is going on underneath the hood, but they had some heavy hitters design these pedals and they turned out really great. So this is part of the 9 series. They have a whole bunch of different ones. They got the B9, which is another organ. They got the bass 9, which is the bass machine. The C9, which is this one, which is another organ machine. They got the Key 9, which is an electric piano machine, the Mel 9, which is like a tape replay machine, String 9, string ensemble, and the Synth 9, the synthesizer machine. So this C9 actually has 9 different organs built in, different voices, and you can transform the way your guitar sounds into an organ, which is really cool. So yeah, I got this on Reverb. It was late night Reverb shopping, and I threw in an offer, and it got accepted, and a week later, here it is. So first, let's just check out the packaging. This is a used model, so I didn't have all the original packaging, but this one's in really nice shape with the original box and everything. And it's got that kind of vintage brown box. It's cardboard. It's got the Electro Harmonix guy on there. And serial number. And you open it up and it says, "Your keys to the kingdom," which is cool. And I'm not sure how this was originally packaged, but it came in bubble wrap, as well as not a user's manual, but just a Electro Harmonix little catalog manual thing. And I did actually download the actual user's manual online, so I'll go through that in a sec here. And here's the pedal. It's in a nice, robust case. It's got the rubber feet on the bottom. And it's got one input. It's got the 9-volt input there, and 2 outputs. One is organ output. One is a dry output and one's organ. And then you've got a little 9 wheel here with 9 positions, and each of the positions has a little preset here. So it's pretty easy to understand. Your dry is basically your guitar sound, so your guitar sound in the mix. And then you've got your organ sound volume. So if you want it to be all organ, you just turn off your guitar and turn on the organ all the way, or you can do a little bit of a blend however you like it, somewhere in the middle. The modulation is the speed of the modulation for each preset. So now there's different mods for each preset. So there can be 3 different types. There's vibrato, tremolo, and chorus, depending on the selected preset. And then you can choose how much of that effect you want in the overall sound. Click knob is a percussive click level. It was designed to simulate the harmonic percussion effect on the B3 and C9 organs. The click is added to the very first note or the chord played. There's a bunch of very specific organs in this pedal. And I've tried it, and they all sound really great. And yeah, I'm really impressed with this pedal. So let's go ahead and open it just to see what's on the inside. Alright, so let's have a look at the back. And yeah, not much to see. I don't really know what any of this means, but it looks like it's all pretty much circuit boards. And there's no option to power it with a 9-volt. You gotta have an adapter. So, okay, let's go ahead and plug it in. See how it sounds. Alright, I'm plugged into my 1965 Fender Bassman, and I'm using my Eastman hollow body. And yeah, we're just gonna go run through all the different presets and hear how it sounds. So yeah, there you have it. Just a really wild pedal. You can get a lot of really cool organ sounds out of there, and they're all just a little bit different. And the mods and clicks really do kind of change the sound a little bit. Now I'm just going to experiment just a little bit. I'm just going to go through, see what putting my guitar signal in there sounds like, and doing that a little bit. And then I'm also going to experiment with a little bit of delay, reverb, and just a little bit of distortion to see what that sounds like too. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on the Electro Harmonix C9? Crazy cool little pedal. So much different variations, even in those 9. They're all organs, but they all sound very, very different. And the mod and the click options do different things to each preset. So, I mean, you could spend a lot of time in here just dialing in different tones. And then once you start mixing your guitar in there with overdrives and delay, you can get just a huge amount of tones and just atmospheric stuff, and just really other than organ stuff too. It's really, really powerful and really, really versatile, and everything on it sounds really great. I found myself being a little bit more drawn to some of the presets than others, but then I would include a little bit of overdrive or something like that, and then it would just totally change the way it sounded, and then I'd like another one more. You could just spend a ton of time on this thing, just playing and experimenting and just having a whole lot of fun with it. It would be great for recording. If you have certain effects that you dial in, you could use it on stage easily. It sounds great for that as well. You could do solos with it. You could do whatever you want. You can write songs around it. It's just a really, really cool, great sounding pedal. Just a ton you can do with it. And they're not the cheapest pedals in the world, but they're far from the most expensive either. I picked this one up used for about $250 Canadian. That seems to be a pretty average price for what they're going for. But yeah, they're great. If you can find one of these used for a decent price, I would definitely jump on it. I thought it was going to be a little bit more like a novelty item, a little bit more unusable than this, but very, very usable. You can even just, you know, even mixing in a little bit of organ with the guitar signal just gives it that kind of ethereal kind of a quality that makes it just really stand out and sound cool. So you could use it kind of like an ambient pedal as well, or like a shoegazer type pedal. It does a lot of different stuff. And this was so good, it makes me really want to check out the other pedals in the 9 series. I've tried the B9 before, I used to own one. But this one I think sounds a little bit better than the B9. Again, it's been a long time since I've tried it, so that could just be anecdotal. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to Beckler Guitars and Repair, and I'm going to have more for you really soon. Thanks a lot.